We're starting it live.
I don't really know what's happening right now.
I don't know what's happening either, but you all can just sit here and watch me.
Why did you start it so early?
Because it's time to go! 20 after 9. It is time to start the show.
I like how you guys can just do your stuff and expect me to clean up after you. You guys, all you do is write. Okay. I gotta do all the other stuff.
Yeah, everyone's
you just
sitting
start
at
the
home
show,
waiting
and you just
to
walk
watch
in
us
and
be
everything's
idiots.
fine.
Well,
okay, let me get to the quick question.
Okay,
we'll talk about the quick question while you're.
Hold on, nobody's in here yet because.
Oh, we're all in here.
No, they're not because they don't have the link. You knuckleheads.
That's what I'm saying. I'm allowing everyone to get the link and hop in here.
I'm gonna give you a link upside the head.
Watch me eat my Culvers.
Watch me. Watch me. Watch me.
Watch me.
Okay. Will you guys? If I give you the quick question while I go do my stuff, can you handle it while I'm done?
I think we can handle it. Yeah, I think we can.
I'm going to type the quick question into the chat.
Okay.
So everyone can see it. So what is it?
You want to type it in?
I'm going to type it in here because Eric is here waiting to hear the quick question so that everyone can see it. But people are going to keep coming in and they can read the quick question in the chat then. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they can always rewind and leave it in
They could, but that's... Here
is tonight's quick question. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Aaron, Daniel, here's the question. Why did you veto Daniel and Eric's trade? No!
Gosh.
Eric's the only one in here.
I don't even care anymore. It was...
Me either.
It's one of those things where... So, I don't even know why the veto came to me. I think you had a setting wrong in there where it was set...
You set up the setting.
I didn't change anything, but it was probably set to where it was like league approval or something like that.
I checked it.
On it, but it wasn't?
It was commissioner approval.
Well, then I have no idea why it came to me. I don't know. Well, another reason why NFL fantasy just is awful because we changed it at the beginning of the season. But anyway, we looked up the trade value on this trade that Eric proposed and Daniel accepts. The trade value is 49 points for what Daniel's trading to Eric's 21. We got over double the points, and Daniel would be getting 2 IR players for Justin Jefferson and Josh Allen's wide receiver. What in the world are we doing?
In the moment, here's what I was thinking. My running backs are being decimated right now. I need a running back soon. I read Nick Chubb could be back as soon as next week. Nick Chubb's can be a top 5 running back. Top 10 running back.
Can be after another injury and on a terrible team?
Maybe. So that was my thought. Nick Chubb's going to be awesome when he comes back.
Holy cow.
I needed that.
I don't know.
And Shakir, I haven't started him all year. Probably won't unless someone else goes down because I have stud wide receivers.
Yeah.
And when Nakua comes back, he could be a stud receiver too.
Yeah.
So immediately, terrible trade. Looking at it now, terrible trade. In the moment, I thought, okay, this might work really well for me 2-3 weeks down the road.
I mean,
and the trade value is so off because 2 of those guys haven't played all year.
I know.
And
that's
not
why the trade value is
down
off.
The road. Yeah.
Because you don't know what they're going to do and where it's going to go. But
it was dumb, the whole thing. I should have never accepted it.
You could have got yourself for Justin Jefferson. You could trade for an absolute starting running back.
It didn't help that Justin Jefferson only put up 15 points Sunday.
He's been good, though.
Yeah, he's been decent.
Anyway.
So that was my thought for that.
It doesn't matter anymore. Daniel makes those decisions, so.
Yeah, Eric, I declined it and then texted you back because... So I didn't decline it. I was looking at the individual players, and I backed out of it, and it was gone.
Yeah.
I never hit decline. So I was still thinking about it, and it disappeared. That is why I wanted Eric to send it again, because I was still looking at it. I don't know how it disappeared on me.
That app is awful.
I hate it,
Fantasy is awful. We're going to move
Just today I was looking at the
ESPN.
lineups, like who is in the overall standings, and it was showing like 3 guys at the top, but it was like 7th, 9th, and 10th place.
Yeah.
And then it said out of the playoffs if the season ended today, and it was everybody else.
Now there you go.
What is this? This is stupid.
It's craziness. It's craziness.
We're going to keep wasting time here for a couple minutes while PJ is printing the scripts and all the visual aids, because our visual aid is still not working because Mac and ProPresenter don't like to talk.
And you guys just want to start the show without a script to go
It's because everybody wants to see us, and they're sitting at home in their armchairs falling asleep because there's no show on.
That's what Chris told us.
At least me sitting here talking about nonsense is kind of entertaining.
I mean, that's what Chris had said, is that most of the time he's sitting in the chair trying to keep his eyes open because he has to get up earlier now even than he used to.
I'm tired.
That's early.
I want to start the show.
See, I'm not tired because I'm going to be up for like 4 more hours.
Finish their part of the show.
Right. But I'm a night person, so that's part of it.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I went to bed sooner than midnight. I cannot remember the last time.
That's insane.
I
don't know the last time I've been up since midnight.
Yeah, it's been years since I went to bed earlier than midnight. But anyway.
No, who else is out there? Chris, Randy, Eric, Cheryl, myself.
9 Mountain Time. That's a fair point, Chris. That's a fair point. Tonight, we had a couple of water bets to do. We were talking with Nathan a little bit, so we got a little sidetracked there.
I had a meeting in here that I had to do.
It took me longer than usual because I was talking with Nathan and had to get my stuff put together.
And
so
he waits until 8:30 to write the show anyway.
I know. I apologize. That's how it goes, and it delayed the show just a little bit tonight. But we'll make it happen. We're gonna get going, and
some Tuesday night brainstorming sessions.
It'll be a good show. So.
Cheryl says I'm already tired by 8. I'm always tired by 8.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, that's true. Well, so, Daniel, why don't we get it going with you did the bust, right? And I did the stud. I did do the bust. Right?
Yeah, we can hit
so
those right away.
Let's hit it, and we'll go with that.
Here's a stud of the week.
And this week it was a big performance from Joe Burrow with 44 points. Normally we don't give that to a quarterback.
There are 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, I know, but there were 3 quarterbacks who did really, really well this week. And Joe Burrow, 44 points. You got to acknowledge when a quarterback posts 40, that was a good week. So giving him the stud of the week, 392 yards passing with 5 touchdowns. And pretty much everybody on the Bengals had a good week also. So Honorable mentions to Jamar Chase, who had 42 points.
Yep.
And T. Higgins had 29 points.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson had 42. So some good weeks from Drake London had 34 points. A lot of big weeks. So it was good.
You're forgetting the stud of my week. He's not the stud of my week because no one played him.
Yeah.
The one and only youth pastor quarterback, Kirk Cousins.
Oh, that's right. I didn't see him.
He had 44.
He didn't even play in the AFC League, so that's why I didn't see him. But
he had like 500-something yards.
That's true. Yeah.
Falcons record. I think he's the obvious stud
honorable mention. Kirk Cousins as well.
I don't think he's the honorable. I think he's the guy. Just no one started him.
Yeah, he wasn't played. Yep. There you go.
Bust of the week. What is that?
Where's John at?
Oh! He gets this whole episode.
It is the bust of the week.
That was the juggernaut. Wow, okay.
I accidentally hit the space
bar. All right.
There it is. The bust of this week. I'm trying to remember who I wrote down, though. It was...
Olave was one.
Chris Olave.
Yeah.
Yep, it was a tie. Equal tie between Chris Olave and... Darn it, who was the other one? The script is right there. Scroll up. Who was it?
This is good audio here.
Yeah.
Debo Samuel.
Chris Olave and Debo Samuel. Combination of the two of them. They both deserve benching.
Yeah, they were
3
rough.
points each. Yeah.
Chris Olave has been tough for a while. I don't know. I mean, after the Saints started off with that hot streak, it really made it difficult to do anything beyond that. So, John,
and an honorable mention to Devon Achane.
All hissy on us here.
2.7 points for him. You can't really count him as a bust though because he's physically busted. So we don't usually do those.
Did you have Achane?
I had Achane. Yeah, he's the reason I lost to AB this week.
Okay, wow.
So I
in the youth league. Okay, all right, yeah. I didn't think you had him in the men's league, but there we go.
Do we have a whoopsie daisy?
We don't. I moved it out so that we can do that.
Big bugger juggerbutt. Buggerbutt.
The big juggerbutt. There we go. That's the new award. The big juggerbutt is Hubbard Space Telescope, which is Benjamin Butcher. Listen to this score: 194 points, 194.42 points. A huge week from Mr. Benjamin. Puts up the points. And is playing really, really well. So Ben gets the big juggerbutt this week.
The bugger juggernaut.
The bugger butt. Wow, we're making that worse.
The bugger juggernaut. And the fat caboose.
Yeah.
This week. The cat caboose.
Yeah.
We'll let this one go.
We'll let it go. Yeah.
It's Ford versus Lamar Ferrari.
Yeah.
I don't really know what that means.
I still don't understand what that means. But
Judah is the fat caboose of this week. At least he's better than the youth league.
Yeah.
The youth league caboose. 103 points this week.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
That's rough.
He broke 100 at least. Yeah. It was better than
last week we had a couple of double digits 90s, in there, 80 and 90, which was rough. But
Judah going from a champion of last year to the fat caboose.
I know. Yeah, it was pretty good. So both of them in the AFC. Our bugger butt and our fat caboose are both in the AFC. So there we have it.
And here AB is saying he says, it's okay, PD, we all lose winnable games. I don't even know what that
means. He's saying that you should have won the game that he beat you in. And he's sympathizing with you
There we go.
As a high school student to say that you could do better than what you've done.
Do you have anything to say about the quick question, stud or bust? We're up to last week's water bets already.
No.
Welcome to the show.
I don't think either of you want me to talk right now.
Okay.
That's all right.
Look at me.
I'm looking at the pair of you.
No, look at Daniel.
You're complicit.
Yeah, I'm not complicit.
You could have been obstinate about the whole situation, but you sat down and said, "Here we go."
Could have been 9:30.
Here we go.
Whatever.
I'm going to bed by 9:30 on a
It's 9:29. We could have started this show. It's
not
my fault. You had a meeting and you didn't have your stuff done.
I agree.
Here's last week's water.
I agree too.
It's primarily my fault.
So here we go. I'm going to spin the wheel of water.
Oh, this is good. I haven't seen this one.
In some various way.
Oh, Butterball. Come on, baby.
Butterball.
Okay, what is a butterball?
Okay, so you
crouch down.
You have to curl up like a little...
You gotta hit his head. Hit his head.
Alright,
Was it the Butterball?
Yeah, Butterball.
Is that what you called it?
Yeah.
That's amazing. The Butterball was horrible.
Yeah, I know. That was rough.
Shout out to Debbie for recording it.
Yeah.
Here's number 2.
This is the best part. I love this video. They both will never win. Are you recording yet? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here, because of all of our water bets, you picked the AFC, you picked the youth, I picked NFC. I got 4 out of 5, that you only got 2. You know that's right. Which means you're both getting wet. It means I'm twice as good as the bear we put together.
That's terrible.
I'll go first.
I know, you have courage, he has none.
That's not
Pocketeer. What here it is, has no courage.
Maddie
Snapback. This is where I hike it. I like how you deflect my sidearm.
Yeah.
My sidearm, you want to come over there? All you do is ridicule. That's your go-to.
That's my defense mechanism.
Look at that 0.5 lens.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I like how you're concerned about the lens.
Arm.
I got his whole side. Look at his shirt is drenched. That's what's pathetic. Okay,
And now he's got one obscure spot of your shirt left that you're gonna have to live with.
Oh my word! I like how you're the one critical when you're the worst of all of us, you big wimp. Yeah, you big wimp.
Oh, safe would be nice.
No, we don't do safe. Oh, spin twice. Oh, we gotta spin again. Just spin it once. Let's go already. We're waiting for an hour for you.
I know,
I blame the technology. I blame the user.
What do we got here?
Oh, just classic.
Oh, there it is. Classic water bet.
Classic.
You gotta come this way though. Okay, John.
Are you ready?
Let me have it.
Are you ready?
I don't like it.
You ready?
I was born
Let's
ready.
just talk about this for a second. In a moment from now, I'm going to hit you with water.
Get on with it.
You're the one who refuses to wear. You're the ones who are going too fast and too slow. I'm just right.
Wow. He's got us both on the right side.
Notice when Aaron comes back, what shirt he's wearing. No matter what you do,
That's how you do it.
That's not how you do it. That's how you do it.
That's how I do
You
it.
sit.
Everybody put in the chat how pathetic those throws were by John.
Distract.
So, everybody put in the chat how pathetic those throws were by John.
Speaking of pathetic, let's get to the Youth League Power.
Here we go!
One more water bet video.
Oh, do we?
There's one more water bet.
Oh, yeah, forgot.
Here we go.
Oh.
So last
Look at that.
year,
It's Nathan.
during fantasy football, I had a 10-game win streak. In our group chat, I was being cocky, saying I was going to start out with a 10-game win streak. And this guy says...
I said I'll water bet you on that. And here we are. Nathan did not start off with a 10-game win streak.
2 and 3.
Going back to bite him in the butt.
2 and 3 is much worse than 10 in a row. All right, we got the wheel of water.
Got the wheel up. So
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
spin the wheel. Here we go. What's it gonna be? What do you hope it is?
I hope it's the pocket one. That's my
Pocketeer.
Oh, yeah! Let's go!
That's amazing.
Okay,
The
so
Pocketeer it
that
is.
one goes directly in your pocket. Okay.
Wow. Directly in the pocket. No, hold on. You can't hold your pocket out like that. It's gotta be, he's just gonna pour it right in. His pocket was like 6 feet from his hip. This way Isaac can pour right in and he's gonna get wet.
There we go.
Turn that way.
There we go. Okay, ready?
Oh, boy.
Put the camera on
See,
the
look, all the water is going right into his, it filled his pocket.
Oh, no.
Don't criticize the water bet. It was amazing.
It looks like you open the pocket and you pour it in the
You
pocket.
don't let the person whose pocket it's going into hold his sweatpants 10 feet from his hip.
Yeah, but you
so
gotta let
nothing gets
Isaac
wet.
open the pocket.
Isaac poured it right in.
Oh,
He had
my
no
goodness.
problem.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I
Holy
like
cow.
how critical you guys are when
I like-
you are the problem.
What?
I like how you
Speaking
picked
of
an underdog
problem,
to
Man,
win last
let's
week. You
go
should have gotten all
to
5
the
right.
Youth
Cow.
League Power
Oh my
Games.
gosh. Here we go.
Here
with
we
the Youth
go.
League. Coming in at number 10, he has the lowest points of the 6, 2, and 3 teams for this week. It is Vetoed Eric, vetoing himself out of the top 5 of the power rankings, which, by the way, that brings us to this week's sponsor. It is Jimmy John's with the number 5 veto.
Oh,
So you can get
gotta
vetoed while
put it
eating
live,
the
though.
veto. Oh, yeah.
that's
I gotta put
funny.
that
There you go.
That's funny.
So you can get
Put it
vetoed
right over
funny.
Aaron's face,
while
which
eating
is amazing.
That is
veto.
funny.
Here, I can move it too. Look at this.
Wow.
Well, you
Yeah,
have
that
to
cool
put it
thing.
up.
That's
There you
amazing.
go.
You can get vetoed while eating the the veto from Jimmy John's. Thank you, Jimmy John's, for the sponsor for this week.
Not an actual sponsor.
Way to use your commissioner authority that isn't really yours.
Yeah. So Eric got annihilated by Isaac this week. That's also not something we say often.
I know. How often do we say that? Yeah.
So Eric gets the Hardly Working Award. Let me get rid of that. Highest score of Eric's team, Brian Thomas Jr.
Wow.
With 24 points. Go figure that one.
Yeah, that's weird.
The rest of his team was hardly working. Coming in at number 9, it is Rachel and Monica, Jordan and Allie, making no improvements from last week. They had the caboose last week. Guess what?
Yeah.
They got it again.
Oh, no.
That is...
By the way, before you go too far, Jordan said amazing and Cheryl said love to see it, but it was before this part. It was during Eric's part.
Yeah, that
great.
was...
That's amazing.
That's not an award you want to win twice in a row.
No, it's not. They had 99 points last week. They put up 98 points this week.
Eric says he has a rant, but it's too long for the chat.
52-point difference in Jordan and Allie's game this week.
Wow.
Hopefully they can turn it around, but
tough.
I don't see that happening with half their week on bye this week, or half their team on bye this week. I already showed Jordan everyone that she should bench and drop and just forget about.
All right, good.
Are you sure they should be
Jordan,
listening to you?
You should listen to me because I'm in first place. Eric's is in last.
Maybe not listen to Eric, but I don't know about listening to you either.
Anyway, I like it. That's all right. Coming in at number 8, all by himself this time at number 8, it is Joey Casey rather than being tied 3 ways for 8th place. Only scoring 103 points this week, losing in the Brother Bowl to Brody.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was missing his star running back, Saquon Barkley, this week, but I think the rest of his team just doesn't have the power.
I do it, Captain. I do have the power.
Dude!
Number 7, it is old Mother Hubbard Cheryl mistakenly leaving Darnell Mooney on her bench. May or may not have been me that told her. Don't judge me.
I'm going to say that it was you.
It was me, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, totally leave Darnell Mooney on the bench and start Deontay Johnson.
Hold on, don't do anything further.
Oh my gosh.
So Eric put his rant in a text to me.
Gosh.
It's a full screen and it's a full and a half. It's 1.5 screens full. Look at that.
Wow.
You can see it there.
You want to read it or you want me to
read
it? I'll read it. You want me to read it?
Why don't you read it quick?
Do we have time for this?
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Let's talk about... I got to do it as Eric.
Okay, here we go.
Let's talk about that ludicrous veto in our fantasy football league that should never have happened. It was a perfectly fair trade, one that would have injected fresh life into both teams. Well, mostly one.
Right, yeah.
But no, some self-appointed commissioner decided they knew better, acting like the fantasy police. I think it's fantasy cops. But anyways, fantasy police and swinging their gavel of injustice.
Yeah.
The worst part? Everyone acts all buddy-buddy when it comes to trading, but the second a deal looks a little too one-sided for some people's liking, suddenly it's time to intervene. It's fantasy football. Let the managers manage their team, make their mistakes, learn from their vetoes, breed resentment, and discourage trading altogether. Why bother making a bold move if some armchair analyst is going to swoop in and cancel it? This isn't just about one trade. It's about the integrity of the league.
Oh my
Happened
God.
2 years ago and still happening after clarifying the rules at the draft. Allowing that veto to stand sends a message. Your strategy doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
It takes away the thrill of making risky deals and the excitement of watching them play out. So here's the deal. Let's knock off the veto nonsense. If a trade is made and both parties are happy, it should stand. Let the players decide the outcome, not the league's wannabe gatekeepers.
Yeah.
It's time to just have fun before teams start moving to the EFL.
What is the EFL?
Eric Fantasy League.
Oh,
God.
By the way, you're the king of always when you were commissioner.
Yeah.
Hey, if you make a mistake, that's on you.
Yeah.
They gotta learn.
Yep.
That was really good. I mean, and he
that's a good
typed
rant.
all of that.
That's a
like
good
just
rant.
in that amount of time. That was amazing.
And
That's
I already
good.
said I think that Daniel should have to make the trade.
Me and Eric,
we
agreed. We talked it out. He was mad at you, not at me.
You're the commissioner. I don't know why he's mad at me.
You vetoed. He didn't veto
I shouldn't have had the veto power. I don't know why it even
You
came to
shouldn't
me.
have pushed the veto button. Nobody but you pushed the veto button.
This
that
is-
was you.
This is God protecting me from myself. We talked about miracles tonight.
Sorry, I'm not representing myself. I'm representing Eric right now. But I'm not trying to say.
God's not going to let me make the same mistake twice.
Okay, we got to get back to the Youth League. You ranted. You had your chance. You're done.
I don't even
back
care
to the
anymore.
Youth League.
Anyway, Cheryl started Deontay Johnson over Darnell Mooney, making about a 28-point difference, something like that. If she hadn't done that, really, it wouldn't have even mattered. Because she lost by over 40. Anyway, number 6, it's Chandler Brody. He's won 2 in a row. But
I like it how it's their name.
Brody.
It's Casey Joey. I mean, Joey, Casey, and Chandler Brody.
Funny, look at this. Rachel and Monica, Chandler, Joey, they're all in the bottom 6.
Yeah, that's see.
I think they need to change their names.
Friends character, actually 2 that are not.
Yeah.
So he's won 2 in a row. He's 3-2, but he won with 105 points this week. You can't be in the top 5 of the power rankings with only 105 points. So he gets the Lucky Award.
Shocks, pegs.
Lucky. Because that score only beats 2 other teams in the league this week, so it's a good thing he played Casey. His highest scorer was Brandon Ayuk with 23.
Yeah.
On his bench.
Yeah.
That was funny. Sorry, you didn't.
Coming in at number 5, it is This Is Where the Fun Begins.
Fun begins.
There it is.
Wouldn't it be amazing if Hayden Christian...
What the? Oh, I did that last time too.
What
didn't
a
it?
disaster.
Wow.
It looks
clearly
as though,
the
you want
fun.
me to fix that?
No, it's okay.
Okay, I can remove the action, but that's all right.
No, it was from the other thing.
It says 6:12 on the.
No.
Okay.
No, it's.
Go ahead.
Where was I?
I have no idea.
This is where the fun is beginning for Isaac because he scored 142 points this week with a big win over Eric. He had 2 unlikely studs with his team name guy, T. Higgins, 29 points, and his Wonder Twin.
Wonder Twin powers activate! Form on an ice unicycle!
That's how you
Garrett
beat a supervillain.
Wilson.
Octopus and Ice
with 30
unicycle.
points. How about that? Higgins and Wilson teaming up for a Wonder
Very
Twin.
nice.
Very nice, Weezik. Weezik for Isaac.
Yeah, very nice.
Very nice Weezik for Weezik.
Yeah.
Jumping 5 spots in the power rankings.
He's talking like Calliope.
Very nice.
It's a Weezik for
Weezik
Weezik.
for Ike. Yeah, right? Yeah.
For Ike. Rolling in at number 4, it is the highest scoring 2-3 team of the season. Banana Sergio with 150 points this week.
Banana.
Thanks to Lamar Jackson, 42, and Tucker Kraft with 24. Highest scoring tight end of the year so far.
Yeah.
Maybe?
He's been that was a big week. Brock Bowers might have had one that was close.
He might have. He had 23 this week. Not beating.
I don't think tight ends matter.
No, they don't. So we're giving Sergio.
Tight end doesn't matter.
He's got the Manager of the Week award.
The tight ends don't even matter.
So congratulations, Sergio.
I gave you the sound.
I got kicked out of the network, and I don't remember the password. Congratulations, Sergio, on Manager of the Week.
Good work.
There's no one else that he could have started to do better.
Good work.
Other than score 2 more points to make Juggernaut. Oh! Tied at number 3.
This is for real the worst show we've ever done.
Yeah, it really is.
Even the first episode was better than
Number 3 is Ross and Marcel, Aaron and PJ.
That's us!
How about it, baby?
Oh! What happened?
Goodness, what are we doing?
They crushed Cheryl this week.
What are you doing?
What are we doing?
152 points, making them this week's Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
But here's the thing: you could have had 175.
Did you break the Juggernaut?
No.
175 if you had started Joe Burrow.
Coming off of him from the inside of his head.
He's got lice.
But, you know, a Juggernaut's a Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Also tied at number 3, it is What Can Brown Do For You, Myself.
I like how you tied with us even though we're the Juggernaut.
Yep, here's the reason.
And you lost to AB.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Got handed my first loss of the year.
Yeah.
Respectable 135 points.
Yeah.
Nope. Not
but I'm giving myself a whoopsie-daisy.
That's not whoopsie-daisy.
Well,
all right, we'll get there.
That one works too.
Well, it's not boldened in the script. Nobody boldened in the script. If it was boldened in the script, it would have been there.
Moving on.
If I had started DJ Moore over Jaden Reed, I would have won.
Oh, wow.
But who would do that?
Who would do that?
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
Also, giving myself the Biggest Loser award. Because I had a lot of points, but I'm really the biggest loser because I lost to AB. Who
That's the
is
biggest thing.
second place in the power rankings because there's no number one because
How
I
is he
refuse.
second? Why
I
are
refuse
we?
to give him number one.
Okay.
We
with
deserve
last
to
year's
be
name.
I
number
agree
one.
with
do
you
not.
on that one. There's no way we're making
And
Abraham
he's only
number
3
one.
and 2. You're also 3 and 2. There is no number one in this league.
That's
We're
correct.
the juggernaut.
I don't
We're
care.
number one.
No.
Yes.
But AB gets the unicorn award.
We're gonna be best friends forever, and I'll name him Pointy.
All thanks to Jamar Chase putting
This
up 42
show is
points on me.
pointy-less.
It is.
Yeah, no kidding.
By the way, I have 2 documented pointy sightings. What is
Yeah.
it? Unicorn? Was it unicorn?
Pointy.
Is
Yeah,
pointy?
pointy.
Yeah. She showed me tonight that she had Pointy.
She brought Pointy.
Yeah, she showed me.
Pointy was
Speaking of
cited at
pointy,
Culver's.
let's get to the AFC Power Rankings.
AFC Power Rankings, let's do this, baby! This is going to be great. And coming in at number 10. Well, it finally happened.
It was
Coming
bound,
in last place,
it was bound to happen.
Brees and Quiet,
Yeah.
myself,
I wish you were Brees and quiet.
loses to Isaac, drops to 4-1, 141.3 points, and a disappointing collapse. In particular, by Brees Hall and Chris Olave, who couldn't muster as many points as Harrison Butker.
He broke the board.
Brees Hall
That's a
and
new
Chris
level.
Olave can't muster as many points as a kicker. As a kicker. What are we talking about here?
You need to fix your stuff there.
As a kicker. Now, I had a clipboard and I broke it because I posted enough points to beat 5 other teams, which makes me the biggest loser. And how disappointing is that? After going 4-0 and having your namesake player in single digits to lose you the week to a kicker. At number 9, we have Ford versus I'm gonna interrupt myself because I'm not ready to move on. The other thing that really ticks me off is that the Jets. What are the Jets doing? Aaron Rodgers is single-handedly throwing so many interceptions that it's not even giving Brees Hall a chance to score points. And Chris Olave has a chance to catch the ball and win me the week at the end of the game. And what does he do? He drops it. Now that is miserable.
Now that is Rantfest USA. I have one comment before we can move on. You're blaming Brees and Olave and the Jets, which is true.
Yes.
I blame the fantasy manager who starts Brees Olave from the Jets because you should know by now the Jets stink. Why are you starting Brees Hall? Why are you starting Olave?
There's nobody else to play.
You only have yourself to blame.
On to number 9.
Real good.
Ford versus Lamar Ferrari. This is Judah. Again, I still don't understand the name. But Judah loses to Nathan, drops to 3-2, only scores 103.6 points with single digits from most of his team and several key people on bye. It turns out to be a really, 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 really poor performance. Basically gifting Nathan the victory. And unfortunately, that pathetic total score makes him the AFC caboose.
I like how he's 3-2 and number 9 in the power ranking.
That's how it goes, baby.
I like the
if
logic.
I'm number 10, he's number 9.
The scientific logic.
He's number 9. And on to number 8, we've got another person who thought he was all that. Finds himself in 8th place. It's I Love Fields. Tristan loses to Daniel, drops to 3-2, 123.3 points, and his team finally comes back to earth.
Hold on. Is it Jed just texted in the chat? She says, oh my. And she's got 5 periods after you. Keep going.
Anyway, So 123.3 points. Finally comes back to earth with some regular performances and playing a kicker who was on bye for some reason. Some key injuries also hurt him, and you know it's bad when DeAndre Swift is your top scorer because that means that your team was 100% mad. So some of the big men on campus in the AFC find themselves in 10, 9, and 8th place. Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you. So here we go. I'll put my paper back onto the clipboard. So at number 7, Pickens Nose and Laporta Potty, which is Eric, loses to John and Eric.
Yeah.
I mean, 132.78 points is nothing to sneeze at for Eric, and he moves out of last place by default. But he still lost, so let's not go crazy here. 7th place seems about right. Joe Burrow was his main point scorer, but lots of poor performances by his receivers makes him left me hanging.
Bueller. You totally missed it. You could have said his receivers left him hanging.
I know. That was the plan, and I botched it. So thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you pointing that out. I really
appreciate it. At number 6, we have A-Chan for Uphill. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be saying something, but I thought about it and I can't figure out what it is. A chain uphill? Is that like pushing a chain uphill? Something like that, but we'll ask Jeremy about it. Jeremy loses to Ben, drops to 2 and 3, 106.54 points with the same theme of poor performances from key players and some injuries. Jeremy is on a 2-game slide, to use a baseball term, since he's so fond of watching that instead of the show. But on a rather hilarious note, he continues to beat Isaac to waiver wire pickups, taking Kirk Cousins right out from under him, carrying on the trend from the draft. He tried hard to be the caboose, but his team was simply hardly working.
I have a comment here. So, hold on. Chris wants to respond to what you were saying about Breece Hall. He said, I've seen this movie. If you bench Hall, he'll score 30, and they'll all say, what you doing?
Agreed. I know how it goes. At number 5, we have Nathan, the comeback kid, finally getting a dub, beating Judah.
And he goes all the way up to number 5.
I know, he goes all the way up to number 5 in the power rankings, pulls himself to 2 and 3, 130 points, again, not too bad. He finally gets back in the win column with a dominant performance over Judah, but that's not saying much, given how Judah performed. He's lucky he had 42 points from Lamar Jackson because that gave him the win and makes him the unicorn.
We're gonna be best friends forever, and I'll name you
Pointy. And then we come to Mr. Washed Up. Daniel beating Tristan, pulls himself to 3 and 2, 150.86 points, and for the most part, everything was just okay, with the exception of Jamar Chase's 42 points, which was the deciding factor. However, I'm sure he was also glad to see Travis Kelce getting off the couch and finally playing some football.
You're going to have to change my name.
I know. Regardless, there's no way around it. We have ourselves another unicorn.
I have a quick question.
We're gonna be best friends forever,
Wait.
and I'll name you
Pointy. Yes.
I like how you went from number 5 to number 3 in the power rankings and skipped number 4.
Was that on purpose?
Oh, sure enough. I'm going to go back to number 4. At number 4, we have Blowing My Nose in a Recliner, which is John and Eric at 148.04 points. He beats Eric, pulls himself to 2 and 3, and despite their best efforts, they pull off an unexpected win this week, which drags them out of last place. But it wasn't all sunshine and roses.
What do you mean it's unexpected? Because we played Eric pulled it. It wasn't
well,
expected.
but I was expecting you to lose. But some poor performances. All you needed, though, was Drake London and Brandon Ayuk. And we probably all knew that was coming at some point with Brandon Ayuk. But welcome back, Brandon Ayuk.
I'm not going to sing because this is the worst episode of all time.
It is.
Welcome back.
We might get canceled by next week.
Your dreams with your ticket out.
Don't worry.
And welcome back to John and Eric in the dub column. Congratulations, John.
I like how you just skipped over. I like how you skipped over us the whole thing.
I came back to it.
You went all the way over us.
I came back to it.
If I hadn't said anything, you wouldn't even know. I'm that insignificant.
That's not what that means.
Hold on a second.
I'm in a hurry to get it done because we're running late, and I skipped over it inadvertently, John.
Hold on a second.
Your team is smart.
Listen.
Your team is kind, and your team is important.
All I want to tell you is
what movie's that from?
No idea.
Jen, what movie's that from? She'll put it in the chat.
I know it is. Okay. All I know is you poke my heart.
Anyway. All right, at number 2.
I'm weeping over here, and you're laughing at my pain.
Yeah. At number 2, we have James Conner. Isaac beating me.
Yeah!
Pulling himself. Listen to this, though.
Mr. Big Boy
pulling
got
himself
beat.
to 3-2.
Wow.
That's a winning record. 144.8 points. Can we take a moment to acknowledge that Isaac is on a 3-game win streak with a winning record after his week 1 meltdown on the show? On the show. Huge weeks from Mike Evans, who I gave him crap for drafting too soon, and DJ Moore, who's been outstanding, and Harrison Butker. And beating the number 1 team in the league has to be worth something, which is why he's in 2nd place. And say it with me, working hard.
We can all shout on this one because Aaron lost more than anything. Here's the visual aid that I made while we were so late. You can't stop me! I just like how you were so chicken you wouldn't even water bet him.
Yeah, I would.
You deserve to get soaked again.
And at number 1, we have ourselves what I feel is probably one of the best team names I've seen in a long, long time.
This is a scary situation.
Hubbard Space Telescope. Benjamin Butcher beats Jeremy, pulls himself to 3-2, 194.4 points, and I am loving what Ben is throwing down.
You're loving every minute of it.
Massive points. Obviously,
5 million points.
Obviously, if he is the big bugger butt, he is also the AFC juggernaut.
And he's...
Love it! And Ben has proposed a very interesting trade to me. He, knowing that I would be so angry at Breece Hall, he has proposed me a trade for Breece Hall. And I am seriously considering it, Ben, so we will see what happens.
So a few things in the chat. Isaac was the one who responded with the correct title of the movie. The Help is what you quoted earlier.
Yeah.
Jen said that I've taught Isaac well.
Oh, look at that, yeah.
This is a men's activity, so Jen, I don't know if that is a good thing you taught him.
Yeah.
But then Isaac also said, my team put their big boy pants.
That's correct.
I guess on. It doesn't say on
he
anywhere.
Said put up. No, he didn't say put
My
up.
team put their big boy pants.
Put the big boy pants.
Yeah,
it's exactly what I said. I read it word for word.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me. You learned a lot from Aaron.
Thank
you both very much.
Isaac's team put their big boy pants.
Let's get to the NFC.
NFC.
Or we could just be done because this is
this what I'm?
It's just gross.
You don't want to go over this one?
Here we go. Coming in at number 11, it is Aaron, Violence of the Lamb. He lost again. He's 1-4. He hasn't won since week 1. He's on a 4-game slide with no end in sight. He doesn't deserve to be number 10. He's number 11 in a 10-team league. He gets the Blunder Twins Award. Okay, blunder it up, you guys. Here are his Blunder Twins. Marvin Harrison Jr., 5.6 points. 2 receptions for 36 yards. Dalton Kincaid, 5.4 points. 2 receptions for 34 yards. You can't get more twinning than that. How does it feel to be number 11 in a 10-team league? More importantly, how does it feel to give Tom's terrific team their first win?
If Tom wasn't new, I would absolutely let him have it right now. I'm so angry. That one really angered me this weekend. I was upset.
Guess who picked Tom to win in this matchup?
Unbelievable.
That would be me.
Tom, you housed me completely.
You turned your back on your team. You are the Robert Saleh of the NFC Fantasy League. Coming in at number 10, it is Dave Schmidt's Night Raiders. He lost to Pastor Daniel. He's 1-4. Barely he lost to you by 9 points. He gets the Dave Schmidt Biggest Loser Award. Sorry, Dave. I appreciate you. You're a friend of mine. Dave gets this award nearly every week for the past 3 or 4 seasons.
That's correct.
He nearly wins. He had 152 points.
I know.
That's huge. But he got the loss anyway.
I bet he was fuming at that, too.
He had Higgins with 29, Mooney with 32, but still could not bring it home. Coming in.
So he had Chris Olave, too.
Oh, Dave.
And so... Chris Olave dropped a big one at the end?
Yes.
Oh
my God.
See, I turned the game off because I figured it was over. There's no way Chris Olave is doing anything.
Unbelievable.
I'm glad. I was afraid to.
That would have been amazing.
Olave houses us both,
That would have
Dave.
been amazing. Because then you would have been
fantastic.
the biggest. Coming in at number 9, it's Jason's Pistachio Farm. Jason's 2-3, but going the wrong way. 107 points. So he gets a double award. He gets the Hardly Working Caboose. It's all in one. It's all in one. Look at the caboose. It's all in one.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing. If we have even 5 seconds to have a little staff meeting before we go live, these things don't happen.
Okay, all right, there we go.
The whole thing is not working here. I had a cool idea and it didn't work.
That's
fine.
fine.
We need to plan to start
he could have gotten the overall caboose, but Jeremy and Judah were lower, 106, 103 respectively. The youth had 3 lower, but remember they have 1 fewer person.
Got a bunch of snot in his shirt now. Holy cow.
I may leave the show now.
Yeah.
I may be done. I put up through this whole thing just to get to my stuff.
Here we go.
And this is what's happening.
Do it.
This is what happens.
Bacardi and Cola. Do it.
I want to sit here and just see what he does. I want to see his head explode. Here's Jason's problem. No one on his team scored 17 points. It was all under 17.
Yeah, that's tough.
And not even Jared Allen. And he had Prescott on the bench who did, but nobody on his team had 17 points.
Yep, that hurts.
Coming in at number 8, Aaron's favorite team. It's Randy Ermers. It's your favorite team, right?
Yeah. Yes.
He's up to 2-3 with a great 148 points this week. He gets, in contrast to Jason, Randy gets the working hard.
Only thing I fear is God, and He on my side. That's the confidence I got, 'cause He got me. That's why I really feel like
you can't stop Randy Ermers.
Yeah, I said the same idea.
I'm not going to high five you though, because I don't know where that hand's been.
Yeah, well.
He has Achan go out with an injury, only 2 points. He has Aaron Jones go out with an injury, only 6 points. But he starts Tucker Kraft with 25. And Jamar Chase picks up the entire Aaron's favorite team, puts it on his back, and scores over 42 points. That is working hard. That is Randall F. Ermers.
I refuse to cheer for that.
Jen says, bless you. Thank you, Jen. Jordan says, that's disgusting. I'm sorry.
It is disgusting.
I tried to cover
sitting
it.
Here. You're supposed to use your elbow, and there's a box of Kleenex here.
I tried to
get right in here. The beard protects him. It's like a face mask. Anyways, coming in at number 7, Aaron's favorite, Tom's talented team. He gets, in contrast to Aaron's Blunder Twins Award, he gets the Wonder Twins Award.
Wonder Twin Powers.
This is the wrong one. Should be a different one in there.
That's what you gave me.
I know. Again, if we have more than 5 seconds of prep time, or if I even know that we're going to start, it doesn't matter. Oh, no. He got the Wonder Triplets Award. That's right.
Okay.
I'm right.
All right. Wonder
I just read it
Triplets,
wrong.
baby.
First, it's a wonder how Tom was able to get a win, but then again, he played Aaron.
150-some points.
He got 20 points from George Kittle, 23 from Brandon Ayuk, and 28 from DJ Moore. It's the 20 triplets. Congratulations, Tom. Plus, you can say your first win came at Aaron's expense.
That's right.
Or at least that's what I'm going to say for the rest of time.
Yeah.
Next week, next year, 10 seasons from now, I'm going to say, Aaron, do you remember that time that you gave Tom's talented team their
This
first
team is
win?
miserable in this league.
I think the owner and the manager is miserable. Coming in at number 6, it is Sneaky Buggers Todd. He's 2-3. He's on a 3-game losing streak. Another reason why we started at number 11, because none of these guys should be in the top 10.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve to be up there, but a respectable 127.
Respectable.
He should be lower, but he's getting Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley back, and A.J. Brown's going to be back soon.
Yeah.
He said he had a plan for this week when all of his Eagles were on bye. What happened to the plan, Todd?
Yeah.
He started a defense on a bye, on top of it all. Rashid Shaheed with 18 points on the bench, but even if he would have put him in, it wouldn't have even mattered.
Wait, weren't you supposed to be doing his team?
No, he's back.
No, he's back.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to do this.
Are you supposed to be doing the sound effect before you ask the question? I have to raise my hand and wait for you guys to stop talking. All right, coming in at number 5, I was going to say 7. I was going to pull an Aaron and go backwards.
Here's number 7.
Now, this is a good team name, which I don't understand.
Okay.
Which doesn't make it good, but I still don't understand.
Okay.
Smith doing Najigba.
I don't know.
Okay.
Chris, can you explain that to us? I know you're still awake.
Jigba?
He's 3-2 with a loss. I guess he's number 5. Maybe we should have started at 12 this week, and you could have been 12 instead of 11.
Yeah.
But Chris gets my new favorite award. He gets the Panic Award. How long does this go? There you go.
Long time.
Enough.
His early namesake, Isaiah Pacheco, is on IR. His surprise number 1 wide receiver, Nico Collins, is now on IR. This week, Devonta Smith has been questionable with a concussion. He's been out several weeks. Breece Hall and the Jets, his number 1 pick. He's got Breece Hall like you do. Not looking good with 6. Jordan Mason only 8 points this week, and Christian McCaffrey's got to come back at some point. Mm-hmm. His best players are Geno Smith and Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Ouch.
I put the word yikes in there.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So
Yikes
therefore,
is
Chris,
correct.
I think it's time to panic.
That is correct.
Speaking of panic, let's go to number 4, the Sun God. I still don't understand what that is. Did you explain that to us ever?
No, the sun god is Amun-Ra.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would,
Amun-Ra.
I would have assumed that. Yeah.
I wouldn't have assumed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't assume that. That's why I asked the question.
I think it's Egyptian.
Anyways, I don't get most of the names. He's 3-2, which is respectable. 161 points, but not the best this week. In contrast to Aaron and Tom, Pastor Daniel gets the original Wonder Twins Award.
Wonder Twin power.
You got a Wonder Twin him.
I hate doing this one.
You could have done the octopus out.
You did. I didn't want to use it a third time, but I just think it highlights the score. T. Higgins, Darnell Mooney, almost exact replicas. 9 receptions, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns. 9 receptions, 105 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Now that is twinning.
Yeah.
He had done all he could. Plus, it's fun to do it 3 times. Plus, it highlights again that Aaron got the Blunder Twins Award this
thank
week.
you. I appreciate
so that
it.
makes me feel really good and really happy.
Here's the thing.
I'm feeling good now that I get to argue with you and vent on you guys because of how the whole thing started.
Here's the weird thing. I don't have either one of those players.
What are you talking about?
I don't have T. Higgins or Mooney.
Well, how are they on? What are you talking about?
It's not my team.
Let's look it up. How are they not on your team?
Not my
An
team.
analysis on somebody else's team.
Who has them on their team?
Not me.
I'm waiting for the app to load.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Are you loving
At this
every
point,
minute
it
of
doesn't matter. Move on.
No, it does matter.
It doesn't matter. Move on.
Hold on. I'm blowing my nose in the recliner.
That's
Go to your
hilarious.
other team.
I am
Oh my
going
gosh.
Yeah.
there. And
That
I'm
is
going
hilarious.
To the league.
Yeah.
And I'm going to... This is the thing about this
my.
app. It takes an hour and a half to get
That
anywhere.
is hilarious.
And I gotta
Those
go to
are
week
definitely
5.
not on his team,
And
John.
so, where are you? Here you are,
Oh
Sun God.
my. That's hilarious.
I have Zay Flowers,
Oh,
DK Mac.
Dave has them on his team. I
That
was
is
in the right game, but I
hilarious.
looked at the
He
wrong one.
analyzed Dave's team and
That's
gave
funny.
you your award. That is hilarious.
Wow.
Anyway,
No, I've got an idea. Can I borrow
it
this
really
for a second?
at this
Sure.
point it doesn't matter.
Oh,
No.
it really does matter. And
I mean, where's
you're
the-
gonna
doesn't
see
it-
you're gonna see
Here,
why in just a
John.
second.
John.
No, wait. Here's why it matters.
We're gonna be best friends forever, and I'll name you Flinty.
Wow.
Because he's got Lamar Jackson, 42.42 points.
That's right.
And only one other player had, Zay Flowers only had 20. Everybody else is under 20.
Welcome back, Zay Flowers.
Yeah,
so there
Zay
you go.
Flowers.
Almost benched him this week.
Yeah.
So we fixed it.
That's
and
good.
yet, in the end,
But he won.
I
I
lost
know.
it.
But
Yeah,
All
it
right.
does matter.
it doesn't matter to me. I'm saying in the end, I don't
I don't
care.
know that there's much
Because I'm
that
in last
really
place
matters
and
to
I don't
you
care.
at all.
That's right.
Nothing you're
That's
saying
what I
matters
think.
to me in this whole section,
I don't
John.
think anything matters to you ever.
Here we go.
Speaking of not mattering,
Hold on. Cheryl says, wow, this is really unhinged.
It
Or
really
truly
is.
unhinged.
Jackson Smith is dancing the Najigba.
Oh,
still don't get
dancing
it.
and Njigba.
What's a
Okay.
The
Najigba?
jig.
The jig, yeah, dancing
Yeah.
and Njigba.
That's what I thought it meant.
Yeah.
Then you have to put jig all in caps and the rest all
exactly.
in lowercase.
Yeah, that's how you gotta do it.
But
Anyway.
that's not what's
Anyway,
happening.
let's finish this off.
What was
John.
his team
Jigs.
name? Hold on a second.
Smith doing the Njigba.
This show would have been
Doing the
shorter if
Jigba.
we had started later. That's all I'm telling you.
It's the
I
same-
don't think that
Smith
makes any
doing the
sense.
No, it
Jigba?
doesn't.
I
Yeah.
think dancing would have helped.
Yeah,
with
It's like
that-
how
with
Eric
that
said
explanation.
1/8 is bigger than 1/4.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It depends how big the wrench
Anyway, we have a couple more awards.
Coming in at number 3 is Eric Halverson and me. We are 5-0.
Wow.
Do you wonder how that feels?
Yeah.
We had the highest score, so of course we get the NFC/Men's League Juggernaut.
Nothing stops me. I'm raw power.
And this week, Eric and I were really raw power. We're getting the award while we can, and we're trying to figure out how we co-manage a team, and we end up with the highest score amongst the highest level of competition. 44 from Burrow, 34 from London on Thursday, giving him another honorary welcome back. I think it needs to be like Drake London week because of everything that happens.
Welcome back.
Your dreams were Drake London's Take It Out. Coming in at number 2. Wait, there is no number 2.
Right.
Because no one is worthy of it.
Yeah.
Because we are all in a lower category compared to number 1 all year,
Yeah.
practically, of the Men's League, the NFC. Coming in number 1, because there is no number 2,
Yeah.
is Lovin' My Neighbors, Eric. He is 5-0, and
Yeah.
he gets the...
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
Hello.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Here's the thing about Eric. He always wins the game.
Yeah.
He finds a way to win. This week he won Garrett Wilson 30 points. He has been horrible. Brian Thomas, the rookie, 24 points. Plus, I have to play him this week. It's not going to end well for me.
I know who you're going to have to
we're,
pick.
We're the only 2 undefeated teams in all 3 leagues. There's only 2 undefeated teams in all 3 leagues, and it's us and Eric, and we're going to get crushed.
Isaac, I should be
I have 4 buys and 5 injuries, and Eric's got injuries and buys too. But Eric plays to win the game. He is going to be the only undefeated league in all of the Fox Valley Fantasy Football.
All right, let's do these pick'ems. Come on.
Broke your pen.
Let's get
All
this
right.
over.
Here we go.
I
with
think
the,
the whole show is broken. Here, you want to use that one?
Use this one.
I
All right.
underlined mine for you, so you know what I was
I did
thinking.
that too. Look at that. All right.
Nope, I don't know where that hand has been, and I'm kind of
It was right here,
scared.
covering my sneeze.
Yeah.
All right, first matchup: me versus Casey. Turn that down a bit.
I think you should.
Me versus Casey. It's gonna be me, hands down.
Absolutely.
I'm rooting for Casey.
Whatever.
Are you rooting for Casey?
Isaac.
I am.
It's Isaac versus Allie and Jordan. The bi-apocalypse for Allie and Jordan.
Oh,
I'm going
no.
Isaac.
Wow, Isaac
Unless-
for 2 in a row.
Even if it wasn't a bipocalypse,
Unless
I
Allie
get
and
crushed.
they might be able to pick up some good waivers. You never know.
Yeah,
Sergio
the
versus AB.
waivers have gone already, so
you can still pick.
Still processing.
I know.
Yeah.
But is there somebody good out there that's going to be able to
Maybe.
win? I don't think so.
A quarterback at least. Sergio versus AB. I'm going Sergio.
Yeah, AB, you
I
can't do
think
it
that's
twice
out
in a
of
row.
spite. He beat you.
Yeah,
Totally.
You
of
think
course
he
it's
can't
out
beat
of spite.
Sergio?
Totally is.
Of course it's
Because
out of
AB
spite.
had a lucky week.
This is
overall.
why you both got wet this week, because you're picking out of
Yeah.
spite.
You two versus Brody.
Yeah!
Sorry, Brody. I'm going these two.
Obviously.
Cheryl versus Eric.
Oh, wow. This is a bottom feeder's futuristic matchup.
Cheryl would have had a good week if she
Cheryl
started
was
Darnell
good
Mooney.
until just recently.
Yeah. Go on, Cheryl.
Wow.
He's doing that because he's got to go home.
Yeah.
Alrighty, in the AFC, we have me versus John, and there is no question, it's me. We have Nathan versus...
Water bet?
What?
Water bet?
Oh, I will, but John has to decide.
I'll have to look it up and see what it's going to look like.
Oh.
You're in first place in the league.
I'm not first place
anyway,
in the
that's
AFC.
the wrong one.
I'm
Anyway.
at the bottom of the AFC. He's in the top. Are you kidding me?
Nathan
I'm not going to make a foolish
Nathan
bet.
versus Pastor Daniel. You better beat him, Daniel, because he's Ben versus Judah. I'm going Ben, baby. Isaac versus Tristan. I'm going Tristan, baby. Eric versus Jeremy, and it is totally Jeremy.
All right.
I will water bet on behalf of me and Eric. I hope we crush you, but I'm not holding my
You need
breath.
Eric to get in on the water bet too, though.
Eric, what?
Eric Halverson has to be in on it too. Well, we can see if he wants
We got
to.
someone out of the league watching in. What's up, Steven?
Here we go.
All right, you're up.
In the NFC, it's me versus Eric Heidenbrock. I already told you Eric's going to crush us.
No, you got to pick yourself.
Against Eric, when I've got 4 guys on bye and 5 guys out injured, there's no way.
I wouldn't.
It is then you versus Jason, and Jason's team really stinks.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty ugly for Jason, so I'm going you.
Let's go.
Aaron versus Todd. You're both going nowhere but south, but I'm going against the odds. I'm picking Todd because I just can't root for you.
It's fine.
Then it's Dave versus Chris. It's another ugly matchup. I think Chris is a little bit uglier than Dave, so I'm going Dave.
Yeah.
And then finally is Tom versus Randy. I'm picking Tom to get 2 in a row.
I love it.
Love it.
Eat that, Randy.
I love it every minute of it.
Alrighty, this horrible show is finally over.
Just push end on
Let's
the button.
bring this to a close. We have to do it. We have to do it.
Stop.
No!
Ready?
Here we go. See you next time.
That was the worst of all time.
It was not. We had some.
No, this was the worst of all time. I have been on every show we've ever done, and this is the worst of all time.
Some of the poor ones we have done.
I remember the early episodes and how bad they were. This was worse.
Yeah, this one was just rushed.
Rushed. Yeah. I wonder who rushed us. I wonder why we were
watching.
Who's watching?
I typed yachting.
Thanks for yachting.
Thanks for yachting.
No, it's yachting.
That's like thanks for puking.
No, thanks for going on a yacht, Paul.
That's just my sneeze sound. Yachting.
That was another thing. That was poor quality.
Man, hilarious.
Wow.
It's not hilarious. It's horrible. Horrible, as we say in Espanol. Can you do away with the juggernaut? Because you're never going to get the juggernaut again. Yeah, you smashed those pretty bad. That was some angry... And what did a clipboard
Yes,
ever
we know,
do?
Jordan.